Coinbase continues to fight. It's about time. We're going to look at Ripple and the ETH gate, as well as Bianance takes another blow to the chin. Those articles, and we're going to go over a couple other NFTs, including the Mona Lisa. What's happening with the Mona Lisa today on OG Crypto and NFTs? Welcome, everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and digital assets. Before we jump into it, do me a favor. Yes, you can. Hit that subscribe button. Boom, boom, boom. Want to grow this channel. Now, let's jump right into it. Coinbase has now been popping off of the SEC. Why? Everything around it has been attacked. And even though back in the day, 2020 and 2021, when Coinbase came to fruition, they had gone to the SEC and they had asked them some of the guidelines on what is a security and what's not. Well, the SEC signed off on Coinbase going to market. And now we're finding out that the SEC, with a different regime, is all coming up with different rules and regulations. Of course, it looks like every SEC commissioner has their own idea about crypto. We're definitely finding out, prior to Jay Clayton, crypto looked like it was cool, smooth. Jay Clayton on the take had to say a few bad things about it because he wanted his boys at Ethereum network as well as Bitcoin to slide through, in my opinion. And now we have Gary Gensler, who acts like he has never seen a train wreck before. He's the one that taught at MIT crypto, and then he comes over to the SEC, and then he says everything's a security. Well, Gary, what'd you do at MIT? Did you tell people everything was a security? In fact, we have footage of you saying that XRP is a cryptocurrency. Currency's not a security, brother. You're messing up here. Well, Coinbase is just striking back. They're just tired of the whole thing. They are just saying, send it to me. We saw Kraken pay $30 million to get out of their little lawsuit that was sent to them, about lending programs. We know that Coinbase had put a lending program together, and the SEC came to them and threatened them, and so they kind of backed off. But now they're kind of tired of it. We also know that there have been several Coinbase ex-employees that were trading ahead of them going on to that market, that exchange. And then when they got caught, the SEC went after them and said that seven of the cryptocurrencies that they had front-run were securities. Now, that's still battling through, but we want to see Coinbase, come on, suck it up, brother. Suck it up. Brian Armstrong, we need you. If you have any guts, bro, then what you need to do is relist XRP. That's a slap in the face. Now, I know that you don't want to go in that big fight with the SEC. It's inevitable. What is the greatest defense, guys? What is it? It's an offense. You need to get with Kraken, who just whittled, badly, and other U.S. exchanges, and you need to attack them and say, you're attacking this. We're going to sue you because you were unable to make it clear the regulations that we have here as securities. We already know that the judge in the library case, it was with the SEC lawyers there, looked them straight in the eye and said secondary sales of library are not securities, and they had to agree. So what does Coinbase sell? They sell secondary sales of these crypto assets. Then how can they be securities if there's all secondary sales? There's no ICOs that are on Coinbase. There's no ICOs anywhere, right? On most all exchanges. So why is the SEC doing it? Because Gary Gensler was given he was given the authority from above him because the banking system was so far behind, and they did not want cryptocurrencies to kind of take over and pull money off of their banking system, banking and financial institutions into crypto. So we're going to see this fight. It's going to continue. Next article. Looks like the derivatives on the Australian Australian derivatives, what Bianance had put up, meaning that if I wanted to long or short different assets, well, they've pulled the whole thing off. Bianance just said, pull the plug, goodbye, we're leaving. they're feeling, what I think Binance is feeling, is that more and more countries don't feel comfortable with the largest exchange in the world not having their balance sheet, not being transparent. We've said this many, many times over and over. Show it to us. Now, I'm not saying that Binance has a problem. Binance might be completely whole, but all these things are happening, and I get the U.S. is mad because, you know, the current regime just got their get out of jail free, you know, money gram pulled from them when Sam Bankman-Fried got caught by the crypto sleuths out there. So with that being said, they're blaming it all obviously on Binance. They're not blaming it on, crypto Twitter. But either way, the U.S. is going after them. They're going to hit them different ways, get different countries involved. This is it's slowly tightening on CZ. CZ, come clean, bro. Come clean. We want to see the books. Make sure you're up above board. If you are, guys, this should be no problem. He just got smacked down yesterday with Voyager when he won the bid of all Voyager assets, and then the SEC comes over and says, oh, we think the Voyager, coin is a security, so hold up, everybody, which only hurts the American investor, by the way. Only hurts the American investor who put their money onto Voyager and was expecting about a 50 or 60% return getting out of bankruptcy because they were selling it off. But again, Gary Gensler doesn't care about the American investor. He only cares about JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup. You know that, Gary, those group of people that you meet with, but you won't meet with any investors or any group of investors that are actually, main depositors of these cryptocurrency companies. All right, to get into transparency or non-transparency, ETHgate. And we've talked about ETHgate before, but this is shocking. This is shocking. This is Lowell Ness. He worked for Andreessen Horowitz back in the day. I think he works for Powell Powell right now. He is a lawyer. And so in this little 46-second clip here, he admits that he met with Bill Hinman. And we know he met with Bill Hinman prior to the Hinman ETH free pass. And what he says here is so important because at the time, this law firm, as well as Lowell Ness, who were they really looking at? Who were they representing? Could it be the Ethereum Foundation or Consensus? Let's listen.
My playbook these days, in fact, honestly, ever since I sat across from Bill Hinman and he sort of said, we're gonna accept your proposal to give some guidance here, I stopped giving guidance. I said, let's be consistent with the SEC's hand wave approach here, because that's who matters. When you get into court, like the court's going to give deference to the regulator. Nobody wants to. I get that. I really do. And my heart is in it. I love the academic arguments about whether or not something should be a security. But
okay, so let me understand what he just said. In fact, let me just go over what he just said. He said that he met with Bill Hinman and he gave a proposal to Bill Hinman, and Hinman accepted that as guidance. Okay, now. Let's be very, very frank here. The Hinman emails are the bane of the SEC's lifeline in this SEC Ripple case. But it might even go deeper than that. Because if this guy is handing a proposal over to Bill Hinman and that shows guidance, if you listen to the next words he says, he goes, well, we were done giving guidance. Well, hold on. You talked about one, maybe two cryptocurrencies out of 5,000 at the time. So how are you giving Bill Hinman guidance? Well, you're giving Bill Hinman guidance because Big Billy there was getting dollars under the table from his former law firm. And guess what Bill Hinman ended up? Yes, Andreessen Horowitz, right after he left, he went right there. Got paid a huge bonus. So you're telling me that the regulator is asking a private firm, a VC firm, right, about what should be regulator, what should be security and what shouldn't be a security, okay? He's asking that. And the regulator accepts that. Then the regulator goes within his own company, bounces those ideas around, then comes out with a speech and saves 2 cryptocurrencies in which him and his boss ended up going to companies that represented only those 2 cryptocurrencies. This stinks to high hell. This is bullshit. Okay, this is the reason why we have Gary Gensler. In fact, Gary Gensler is all wrapped up in this because at the last final days, Gary Gensler was all around the SEC and around Hinman as well as Clayton. So this just shows that ETHgate is alive. And this guy right here, Lowell Ness, was in the middle of it all. Andreessen Horowitz is just a VC firm that took care of their holdings and their big holdings into Ethereum tokens. That was their thing. And we know for a fact, the second that in that Yahoo conference in 2018, when Hinman walked away off that podium, okay, Ethereum exploded up. And there's not one person out there would ever think that Bill Hinman was giving his personal opinion. Everyone thought that this was guidance from the SEC. Guys, we need to see the Hinman emails, all of them. And it was so brilliant of the Ripple lawyers not to just ask for the Hinman speech, but every single draft that was made up that the SEC had talked about all throughout their company, 72 emails going over guidance. Okay, so it wasn't just Bill Hinman's, idea. We already know it was never Bill Hinman's idea. Okay, we know that how many lawyers and how many other people that were in the SEC that had their hand in it. We know Lowell Ness did. Okay, who else at Andreessen Horowitz was at this meeting? Okay, we all know that they gave their opinion, and Bill Hinman had virtually nothing to say about it. I don't even think Bill Hinman even knew what Ethereum was. He was looking for a payday, in my opinion. I hope those Hinman emails come out. Let's get them out. Let's go see what reality is. Stop hiding them, Gary Gensler. Next, Polygon. The Cinderella story of 2022 and 2023. People are worshiping Polygon. How good is Polygon? Everyone likes it. Low fees. It's a layer 2 on Ethereum. People are saying it's Ethereum buster. I don't know if it can be like that. But when it's all said and done, they're laying off 20% of their workforce. That's how good they're doing, right? They're so strong, they're laying off people at Polygon. Come on, consolidates with Polygon Labs. Guys, this isn't good. You can't tell me everyone's building in a bear market. They're not. They're just grabbing. If you look at total market cap and total circulating supply, you will notice there is so many companies who are hemorrhaging their tokens on the market to stay afloat. Where is the SEC for that, right? Where's the SEC for that? I want to know. When companies are selling their tokens off to the general public and they're hurting their price, right? They don't tell anyone they do it. They just drop it on exchanges. Exchanges has over amount of those. And when people when they sit on exchanges, they got to dump them. So they let the price go down. It's happening all over crypto right now. Gary Gensler, nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. All right, let's jump into NFTs. Let's bring in our lovely producer, Emi. How you doing, Emi?
Hi, here I am.
Here you are. We've consolidated down to one camera, which we have multiple cameras in here.
Yeah, it is what it is right now.
Yeah, so. She's, let me just move over a little bit.
Yeah, there we go.
My underarm purse, it just has died. It just hasn't worked out, So, work wife, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm giving you crap, right?
Okay, so yesterday we spoke. Oh my gosh, my dog's gonna break everything. Get down, Bear. Yesterday we spoke on the Titanic and how they're tokenizing the artifacts, and they're going to be selling pictures of them. Today's story is about Mona Lisa and how it's going to be licensed into NFTs that are going to be 3D and in augmented reality on Elmonks.
Elmonks. I've never heard of that exchange.
I don't know what that is either, but so it's going to be happening starting
today.
Yesterday in London. So essentially, when you do buy if you do buy this NFT, you would be getting a picture, like a museum quality replication print, which is pretty cool. And so it looks like the original edition, there's only going to be 330 of these, and the artist proof edition, there's going to be 10. You can buy either with ETH or your credit card.
Or credit ETH.
At this.
So I'm hoping that this exchange does not use Ethereum, which they do obviously. And with that being said, their Ethereum gas fees have been ridiculous, and we've been talking about that.
Yeah.
That has really hurt the NFT world right now because the amount of NFTs that are being minted or not minted because of that. So
I think Bear really wants to be on the show today. Maybe we'll show everyone. Okay, so our last story here, I think this is absolutely fascinating. So it's called Deepfake, the world's largest AI art exhibit. This is going to be happening at NFT Paris this week, and it's going to be starting tomorrow as well as the following day. From 2 to 8 p.m., you would be able to see 39 of the most innovative AI-enabled artists in that space. This kind of fascinates me because I know AI art has just exploded recently, and specifically in the NFT community. And there's a couple different artists here that I find like specifically intriguing. The show curator as well as an AI artist, Clown Vamp, is the one who's speaking in this article. They show some of the deep fake aka AI art here in the, I think this is so cool. But this is just like, this is so wild to me, having like this Renaissance painting with the vending Coca-Cola, Nike vending machines. So it does show some of the artworks that will be there. I'm fascinated by this. I'm curious how AI art's gonna continue to develop. Specifically this quote right here, perhaps these fake tools can create some real thought and feeling.
Wow. And you know what? I mean, I right now it's just fake. I mean, people look at AI and it's fake. Oh my God. I got it.
You got it?
This is the bane of our dog.
It was a bunny. Here. Come here.
We're gonna bring the dog on the show.
We're gonna bring the dog. Okay, I got him. Come here, dude. Come here.
There we go. The star of the show. Bear Market. Boom. There you are, Bear.
Happy camper.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, okay. Okay.
Guys, thank you for joining us today. I don't think Bear is more excited about ripping a bunny, stuffed bunny rabbit than he is anything else. So we're going to cut this off today, but you guys have a fantastic weekend. Bear will make probably his second appearance on this show sometime next week. Stay tuned.
It'll be wild. Bye.